I went to court, he looked at me and said, wipe me down. It's an old gray white man, bro. Like, I ain't even know he knew my song. I couldn't do nothing but, I was like, bro, like, it personal. The dudes I was in a tank with, I had 2 Mexicans. They saw it. They was off, bro. They was like, man, they was mad, bro. Like, he surprised everybody that day, bro. He was emotional. I'm just glad that it's over, you know. I just thank God, thank my attorneys. Yeah. Just ready to go cross seas. I'm gonna take a vacation. I'll go.
There's going around that he's been recharged, and it sounds like the feds did decide to recharge him because the Ninth Circuit had vacated the Duarte decision.
Right. So the Ninth Circuit, after the dismissal, vacated the Duarte decision. They're going to hear it en banc in September. So I am frankly just shocked by the fact that the government decided to move forward with charges now, just given what's been going on and developing in Second Circuit case law around the country, including in the Ninth Circuit. They recalled the Duarte decision. They depublished it so that the entire Ninth Circuit, the court as a whole, can re-review it. I am not expecting a different decision. Circuits are in alignment with what the Ninth Circuit found. And I believe that ultimately the Supreme Court will be in alignment when the issue comes before them, probably in the next year or so.
Boosie took to Twitter asking for prayers after he revealed he accepted a plea deal in his federal weapons case earlier today, August 4th. Just accepted a plea from the federal government on my weapon case. I thought this case was over and I was going to get on with my life, but God don't make mistakes. And I'm tired of fighting. Talk to my family, and this is the right decision. To all my fans across the world, say a prayer for your boy. At this time, full details of the plea have not been revealed. Gossip in the city believes the rapper will have to do some time. They wrote, Boosie may have to sit down for a minute. He had no choice, honestly. They were about to give him 15 years. The feds are different than the state. The feds have mandatory minimums, especially when you have priors like Lil Boosie. The feds created this so you plea out and not waste taxpayers' dollars. Boosie probably going to be sentenced anywhere from 10 to 70 months in federal prison. The base offense level starts at 12 to 26. That's about 10 to 70 months. Then they take into account your past history and add more points. If you were on probation when you caught another charge, that's more time. If I had to guess, I say 60 months minimum with a $250,000 fine and years of supervised release. But maybe they treat celebrities differently than regular people. Thoughts?
Boosie has accepted a plea deal for a weapon charge from back in 2023. But y'all, this case is really wild and bizarre. So back in 2023, Boosie gets this weapon charge, right? He goes to court for it, and the judge says, you know what? I'm throwing this out. Yeah, he is a felon, but he is a non-violent felon. He's been accused of violent things, but he's never been convicted of any. So because of that, he throws it out. Well, 2 weeks later, the U.S. attorney brings up more charges. So they recharge him again for the first one that was thrown out, which the judge was not going to do that again. But they added another one that said possession of a weapon by a felon while dealing with abuse of a controlled substance. Basically charging him for the same thing, just finding a loophole to basically make this one stick. So now he is having to accept a plea deal for this 2 years later. Now the details of his plea deal has not came out yet. Soon as I have that, I will let you know, but he is asking everybody for their prayers.
Breaking news, rapper Lil Boosie has finally reached a plea agreement in his federal gun charge case, which is the same case he has been fighting since 2023. Now, for all y'all who don't know the backstory about this charge, let me give y'all a little rundown. Now, his gun charge stems from this video right here in which he posted on his IG about 2 years ago, showing him carrying an illegal firearm on his waistband in San Diego, California around alleged gang members. Now, because of this video, he was later picked up by police and booked in a San Diego County jail on weapons under disability charges for being a felon in possession of a firearm. Now, according to reports, it is said after he was picked up and booked on these charges, he was later released on a $100,000 bond and required to wear an ankle monitor over the course of his court proceedings. But reports say less than a year later, in July of 2024, after fighting his gun case in the state of California for approximately 6 months, his charges will later be dismissed. But according to reports, weeks or months later, after his state charges was dismissed in the state of California for the gun charge, the feds will come come knocking and indict him on the same gun charges. Boy, let me tell y'all right now, to all y'all YNs out there, just cause your gun case get dropped in a state don't mean the feds won't come pick it up, because that's what normally happens, bro. Sometimes you can skate free and all that, but usually when a state drop your gun case is because the feds want it and they coming. And that is exactly what just happened to Boosie. That's the main reason why his state gun charges got dismissed, because the feds was like, we want him, we coming. And best believe they did. Now, I ain't gonna get into too much of this, but I'm gonna say this. I don't think Boosie gonna do too much time, only because he is a felon, but this is his first time going to the feds, bruh. So I believe since gun charges don't carry that much time no more, I believe he's only going to probably get about 12 months to 36 months at the most. And since he's already rich and famous and got a lot of kids, in which I believe he got custody of most of his kids, I believe he's going to get the lighter end of the stick. I believe the most time he's going to probably get is about like 12 months to 18 months at the most. But he might not get no time at all for real, bro, because I know a dude that got caught with 4 poes in a 2-year span. And he already did like 6 years in the feds before. And right to this day, he on 3 years probation for getting caught with 4 poes in 2 years. And no, he ain't tail. He kept it a buck. He's solid.